Artem Morozov is having an arm wrestling lifts war with the number one arm wrestler in the world, Levan Saginashvili. And the arm wrestling world is going absolutely crazy about it. So how much do these lifts matter? How close is Artem actually to Levan in these lifts? We'll find out. So let's first talk about the deadlift. 300 kilos by Artem Morozov, which is good. Levan Saginashvili only 260 kilos. I would say none of these two are exceptional lifts. Denis did 340 kilos, which is really impressive. But even Artem Morozov's 300 kilos lift, I wouldn't say that it is that much better. He did it without straps or anything, so that is impressive. Denis did it with the straps. But anyways, this lift is not relevant to arm wrestling. Now let's talk about the cheat curl. Artem Morozov did 139 kilos, but Levan Saginashvili did 3 reps with almost the same weight, 140 kilos. So Levan is leading here. And Denis Did, just for reference, did 170 kilos for 1 rep. That is just insane strength. And if we talk about Morozov's 3 rep max, he did 3 sets of 3 reps with 119 kilos. But Levan's 3 reps with 140 kilos, that was really impressive. Now the Pronation Lift, the famous lift. Levan did 100 kilos on that Pronation Lift, which is still unmatched. Nobody has been able to do that. Artem Morozov has not shown his best in this lift, but he did multiple strict reps with 50 kilos, which is good but not impressive, and Artem was not trying to impress us with that lift. That was his casual workout, I guess. Now the bench press. Morozov did 200 kilos for 1 rep. Again, not impressive at all. Levan did about 260 kilos, and once again for reference, Denis has done 290 kilos. Barbell wrist curl. This may be the most important lift as far as this match is concerned on July 22nd at East vs West 8. So Artem Morozov did barbell curls single-handed with the forearm on his knee, similar to Levan, with 105 kilos, a few reps with 105 kilos. Levan lifted 100 kilos on a dumbbell in a similar position. So is Morozov's lift more impressive? I'm not sure about this. Like, I would assume that the barbell curl can be difficult. It can be more difficult just because you have to balance the weight as well. And I need to clarify with you guys maybe, what do you think? Doing it on a knee is more difficult or doing it on a bench is more difficult? Because if we talk about doing it on a bench, Coach Ray did with 85 kilos. So that makes the 105 kilos lift not that much impressive anymore. Because Coach Ray is really light. Sachin Goel, an arm wrestler from India, he weighs 80 kilos and he did about 92 kilos. His balance was off towards the end, but maybe he could have done more. So at this point, these lifts are kind of getting confusing. So cupping on a rolling handle. Artem Morozov did 92 kilos. I would assume that Levan should also be able to do at least a similar weight. Because Kirill Sarychev, he's much bigger than Artem Morozov, but he isn't as much experienced in arm wrestling. He was able to do 82 kilos the first time he tried. Andrei Smaev, he's also been arm wrestling for a very short time. He did 87 kilos. So all of them are really big, strong guys. About the same weight, Morozov is leading. And I wanted to see their back pressure. Because I think as far as now, Denis is leading in the back pressure department. Levan Saginashvili, Hermes Gasparini, these two are really close to each other. And that is one really important lift. But I think the way Levan applies pressure and pronation towards the backside and sideways, I don't think there is anyone who can stop that. Even if you have a much greater back pressure than Levan. That is going to be the most important lift for Artem. The most important vector to target Levan. Because I don't think he can top roll Levan. There is absolutely zero chance for that. I can only hope that he can stop Levan just like Hermes did with a flop press. But very little chances of that happening. So Morozov's only chance is forcing Levan in a hook. And only then he can win this match, which seems to be impossible. And cupping, wrist curl, hook, almost similar things. I know these days people like to say cool stuff just for the sake of it. They'll say that wrist curls are not beneficial for arm wrestling, they do nothing. But yeah, I think it is a similar, closely related motion to hooking. I asked Hermes Gasparini if he thinks that anyone can hook Levan or not. And the answer that he gave me can be slightly disappointing or demotivating for young upcoming arm wrestlers like Artem Morozov. Like he's already almost at the top, but I'm saying upcoming because like he wants to be the number one arm wrestler in the world. Hermes said, no, there is absolutely zero chance that anyone can hook Levan. If they try, they will immediately get flash pinned. But that statement is coming from a top roller. Hermes is not a hook arm wrestler. So there can be ways around that statement, and I hope Artem Morozov is able to find that way. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you can. I'll see you again.